Welcome back to the shoot around. Talking about OKC versus Memphis. Dave, arguably the most fun series so far.
Right.
In the second round, Game 1. That was basketball. Durant makes the huge play at the end. Good call, not calling the timeout. He hits the eventually the game-winning shot.
Right.
Game 2. Very similar in feel, but Memphis is able to come away with it. Dave, what did you learn about these two teams so far in the series?
Well, similar to the Spurs series, I think the Thunder have to feel good. They're not playing that well. They don't have Westbrook, and they kind of stole Game 1. So the Grizzlies could easily be up.
Can we officially say they stole it? They stole it.
Grizzlies could easily be up 2-0. But I'm liking these. I've talked all year about the small market, lesser known stars on the team.
Kind of like the ambassador, I think, for the small market teams.
I would love to see Golden State play Memphis in the Western Conference Final.
Yep.
How awesome would that be? But yeah, I think that Memphis, we've known all year that they want to play defense, but can they dictate the pace of the game to where the points are around 85-90? And we've seen that without Westbrook, at least, they're able to dictate the pace against the favored Thunder.
Right. If Westbrook was in these games, OKC would be pushing the ball, trying to get up over the top of 100.
Right.
Memphis probably wouldn't be able to hang around in those series.
I don't think they would.
But Dave, I tell you, Memphis, they get better and better each night. I think in the first round, what really came out to me was they got better each game against the Clippers. I think they got better from Game 1 to Game 2 here against Oklahoma City. I love the way Mike Conley's playing. I think you can make an argument Mike Conley has had the biggest progression from the point guard position this year, and that's with the likes of Steph Curry and Ty Lawson. I mean, he's really come onto the scene. The way he plays, they don't have Rudy Gay anymore, but they get shots from Tayshaun Prince. They get shots from Tony Allen, and obviously they get production from Randolph and from Gasol.
Yeah. Can't say enough about Gasol. The way he plays defense, I think he's the most important player. Conley has been awesome for them, but the way Gasol, he's their rock underneath the basket on both ends, and he sets the pace where the Grizzlies dictate the pace of the game to play defense.
And look, I mean, we just went through the whole starting line for Memphis. They're big name player at each position, really, as far as basketball circles are concerned.
Right.
They got some bench guys. They got Pondexter, Bayless can score. We're not talking about the deepest team in the league. But, Dave, on the other side, Oklahoma City, Durant. But it's not their fault. It's not their fault.
Durant and...
Right, but isn't that the whole series right now? I mean,
yeah.
Durant had one of the best games of his life in Game 1, and they won by 2.
Yeah.
Right? And that's kind of the state of the Thunder right now.
Right. We talked about that before. He's got to play his best game of his life every single time out if the Thunder want to win, and they're still only going to win by 2 or 3 points, it seems like.
Right.
So, yeah, it'd be nice if somebody stepped up and helped him. Perkins, is it going to be Ibaka?
Right.
I don't know.
Ibaka hasn't really played well in the first 2 games. They need to get more production out of him. I forget who said I think I saw it on Twitter, but Ibaka can't be a 13-8 guy if Westbrook's out. They need him really to really evolve. Dave, I guess we'll go out on this point. Game 3, they're in Memphis now. Isn't that odd? Right? The whole time we've been in Oklahoma, but Memphis is getting talked up as the favorite in the series. It felt like Memphis was the home team,
Yeah.
But now they're actually going to be in Memphis. Does OKC have a shot to take either of these games?
I think they have a shot. They're still a good team. They still have Kevin Durant, one of the best players in the world. I think they definitely have a shot to take one of the games. I would be surprised if they take both. I'll be very surprised. I think they would be happy if they go back home and it's 2-2, and then they could win Game 5 and Game 7. That's in their building. So I think that's the Thunder's goal right now, almost like an away team going into a series, playing on the road. You want to split, go 1-1 is your goal. I think that's the Thunder's goal right now, to split these next 2 games.
It's certainly an odd series, and if you had said a month ago the Thunder would be the underdog in a second-round series against Memphis, you would have gotten strange looks.
Yeah.
But
that's basically what it is right now.
That's basically what it is. Can't talk about the past. You have to keep moving forward. We miss you, Westbrook. We wish you were playing, but until then, Game 3 against Memphis, OKC. That's Saturday night. Saturday night. God, it feels
Saturday night.
it's been like 2 weeks since they played.
It does feel like it. We'll talk about that in our next segment on
Right.
the shoot around.